everyone. Welcome back to Sportsnet Lakers. I'm Allie Clifton. Joining me, our Laker insider Mike Bresnahan from the LA Times. His name is Broderick Turner, BT.
Well,
Geeter will be joining us in a few minutes. Good to see you, BT.
Allie, good to see you. Where have you been?
Here.
I have not been here very often.
You have not.
But whenever I turn the TV on, I always see your smiling face. You and Geeter, and I enjoy that. And that other guy that went to Alabama, Robert Ory.
You enjoy that?
What about the man you're...
hey, Francis,
like,
how are you?
I am not getting to you yet.
What is this voice behind me talking about?
I thought you and Rob didn't really, thought you didn't enjoy each other's company sometimes.
No, he went to the wrong school.
Exactly. Amen.
couple of them.
Say that louder for the
He
people.
went to the wrong school, Robert Ory.
And with that, that's how you start a show. Here we go. LeBron James has been enjoying the playoffs as much as the rest of us. Tweeting this, I will not miss the postseason again for my career. This hurt. Okay, back to watching these games. At his exit interview, LeBron reflected on falling short of the playoffs this past season.
I mean, it's not failure at all. I mean, listen, we came to work every single day, put our hard hats on, and we try to get better every day. And the result just didn't happen for us. So, but it's not a failure. It's not like, you know, we came together as a team. We wanted to be as great as we can be. We just didn't accomplish a lot of the things that we would have hoped. But, you know, obviously I'll take, if you follow me, if any of my career, when we don't succeed, I take a lot of the responsibility, you know, and that's just who I am. And so wish I could have been a lot better, you know, leading this franchise this year. I wish I could have been in uniform a lot more than I was. I think I gave, 56 games, I believe it was. And that wasn't enjoyable at all, you know, sitting on the sideline and knowing that you can make a difference and not being able to do it. So, you know, hopefully I could be a lot better with that next year. You know, winning is everything to me. And the fact that I was playing the way I was playing and it wasn't resulting in the wins just, you know, wasn't enough. You know, so, you know, the frustration level was definitely at a high at times, and because you're just trying to figure out how can you be better and figure out how the team can be better, and, you know, and then, you know, you get hit with, you know, COVID protocols, and, you know, and guys are in and out, and, you know, then you get hit with injuries, things of that nature, and you never just really get a full, sample size of what the team can possibly be.
A pretty wide spectrum of results. You guys have won a title, you missed the playoffs twice. How do you sort of view this section of your career?
Well, I came here to win a championship, and I want to win more. So I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish, but I'm still hungry for more. So, you know, and I'm confident that this organization wants the same. It's what this organization has always been about. And, you know, I also wanted just to change the narrative, you know, of how this franchise can compete at a high level again. You know, what they've done decades of winning. So, but yeah, when I signed here, you know, when Magic was here and, you know, and Rob was here, obviously, Rob's still here, I told him that I want to, you know, help this franchise become a champion once again. So I've done that. We've done that. But I want to do it again.
All right, guys, so LeBron missing the playoffs, just the fourth missed playoffs of his career. We all know he's going into season 20, so you do the math there. As he is sitting in the Maldives right now, as we talked about him posting that on social media, do you think he's rethinking that thought of the season wasn't a failure after also the tweet? Maybe just a little bit?
Well, the Lakers failed to even win a play-in game. Therefore, they failed to make the playoffs. That's called a failed season.
Thanks for
any way you want to look
making
at it, it was a failure for the Lakers this year.
Yep.
And I think he understands that. He doesn't want to use that word. Maybe it was a negative word to him, but they were horrible this year. So
16 games under 500.
So they were basically failures. The two teams expected to win the NBA title are gone. Brooklyn got swept. The Lakers never made it. That is called a failure, Michael Francis Bresnahan.
Well, Broderick, I definitely think LeBron is probably, if he were to watch this show tonight, see that quote. It was only 2 weeks ago he said that at a Laker exit interview. He'd probably say, yeah, I'd like to have that one back. And I know what he was saying. He was saying we tried hard. People didn't give up. No one punched each other in the locker room. But still, yeah, indeed, the Laker litmus test for success in any given season, Did you win a trophy? And this team, when you finish 11th in the West, you did not come close to winning a trophy. So, yeah, no doubt about it. As he is reclining in the Maldives, where I'd like to be right now, I'm not going to lie. Sounds pretty fun. He's probably thinking about what could have been and just what wasn't really close to being.
At the University of Wisconsin, where Brez says the motto "D's get degrees" is acceptable, did you use that line? This is not a failure. It is not a failure.
Yeah. As long as I kept getting the C minuses, always good. Always good.
He
What
used that
BT?
when the Wisconsin football team would lose to Ohio State. It was not a failure, is what he would
It
say.
happens every once in a while.
Priorities.
Yes.
Sports, football, college football. Staggering stat, courtesy of StatMuse. Check this out. It's the first playoffs in 17 years.
This is crazy.
Without KD or LeBron in the second round. Take it, Brez.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. Saw this earlier. It's a great stat, good detective work. But without those two guys have been the generation. The last 20 years, these two guys have been the top players in my book. And now to not have them, a part of me is kind of sad. But I'll tell you what, this playoff season, it's been amazing. I mean, there's so many games, so many series up in the air. Only one sweep in the first round. I'm fascinated by all these series. The one that doesn't do much for me, Utah-Dallas, and even that one's 2-2 right now. So even the ones I'm not interested in are probably going to have interesting endings, a.k.a. a possible Game 7. So without these two, yeah, you cry a little bit, you pour a little bit out for them, and you say, there's still some pretty damn good basketball going on right now.
Whereas my wine is too good to be pouring out. It's going to be in a cup, Allie. But it tells me that the league is in good hands. You got Luka.
Good point.
You have Ja Morant.
It's a good way to look
You
at
have
it.
Jason Tatum. You have a lot of great young players that are ready to take their torch, which they're doing now, and push the league forward. And I think it'll be fun to watch these young guys going forward because some young team is going to win the title this year.
I'd argue, though, that right now, LeBron is still up there. Kevin Durant is still up there in terms of passing the torch. Do you think this is not a good thing for the league to not have them a part of the postseason now moving forward? There are so many other compelling stories out there. I get it. But you think of those two individuals particularly?
But I would say it's good and bad. The bad part is that we're so used to seeing them perform at a high level. But the good part is again, having these young teams like Milwaukee, still a relatively young team with Giannis. You have Memphis talking about all that smoke, President Hand. I like that trash talking going on. You have Brandon Ingram, the former Laker, who's doing great things in New Orleans. So having those teams, you still have someone like Devin Booker, who's out right now, but he's a young talent. To have those teams lets the league know that they're in good hands and they won't be failing anytime soon.
I see what you did there.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, great points, BT. And yeah, age is what's going on here. You know, KD, LeBron getting up there in years. I probably misspoke earlier saying they're the two best players in the last 20 years, probably definitely the last 10 years. So many titles between the two of those guys. But yeah, age creeps in. LeBron didn't show it, you know, in his year 37 season. But still, the rest of the Lakers obviously not looking good enough to get to this point. And yeah, I kind of miss it too. Like just 2 years ago, we were covering a team that went to the finals and won it. Very bizarre situation, obviously, with the bubble championship, but definitely missed the Lakers not in the playoffs at all.
Yeah, there's still plenty of other fun series players to watch.
Sure.
It's just a little different.
Yeah.
Hence the stat.
Sigh.
We're heading to break. Time for a little playoff talk with Geeter joining us. Who has been the best
Come on,
player
Geet.
in the NBA playoffs? Power Rankings is next. But first, a throwback Kobe moment from 16 years ago.